Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of the video, everything you want to know about Sephiroth. If you missed part 1 and are interested at all, go ahead and click right here, and I'll tell you what I know about Jenova. Maybe you know some, maybe you don't. Alright, in the immortal words of Cloud, let's mosey. Now around 30 years before Final Fantasy VII, the Shinra Electric Company, and yes, that's what they are. They didn't start out as the world government. They started as the Shinra Electric Company. They grew to be the world power after they were able to refine the planet's life stream into power. This is the spiritual essence of the planet itself. In an attempt to find a more efficient way to harvest it, they eventually turned to ancient legends, specifically any legends having anything to do with the Promised Land, in the stories of the ancients or the stories of the Cetra. The Promised Land was described as this quasi-mystical place that held a near infinite amount of life stream, or what the life stream eventually became called, Mako energy. Following these stories, Professor Gast Faramis led a team to the northern crater, where excavating, he stumbled over the body of what he believed was the remains of a Cetra. He then named this Jenova. He then started the Jenova Project, where he was attempting to create a human Cetra hybrid so that it would lead him to the Promised Land. Of course, the splicing failed to create a new Cetra, because of course Jenova was not one. But each of the test subjects became crazy strong, which led to an elite special forces team of super soldiers being created. This was called Soldier. Not original, but it gets the point across. Sephiroth was one of the first ones born in the initial stages. Most of the research began in the Nibelheim Shinra Mansion, and Jenova was stored in the Shinra reactor on Mount Nibel. Sephiroth was imbued with Jenova's cells while in the fetal stage. He was never told his involvement in this project. His father, Professor Hojo, told him when he was a child that his mother's name was Jenova and that she had passed away while giving birth. Many years later, Sephiroth went on a mission with Zack Fair and Cloud Strife to the Shinra reactor on Mount Nibel. There, he saw the mutants encapsulated and exposed to a ridiculously high level of Mako energy. It was there that he began to suspect he was something similar to what he's seeing here. He retreated from here and locked himself away into the mansion in Nibelheim. Locked away for an indeterminate length of time, weeks, it's presumed. He began studying. He learned that he was documented as being the perfect monster, and that was it. He finally broke mentally and slipped into insanity. From here, he began to believe that he himself was a descendant of the ancients, the Cetra, because, of course, in these records, it was believed that Jenova herself was a Cetra, and she is part of him. So the Cetra, whom he believed the humans had betrayed and drove them to the brink of extinction, he went on a killing spree. He burned down Nibelheim and turned his attention back to the reactor to save his mother. Making his way there, he was confronted by Tifa's father, who was enraged by his sudden violence, and he attacked Sephiroth. The man was quickly impaled with the Masamune and left to die. Tifa found him and recovered Sephiroth's sword from the body of her father. Now armed, she charged Sephiroth in an all-out attack. He quickly disarmed her and gave her a deep cut across the stomach, knocking her down a steep flight of stairs in the process. Zack then discovers her and attacks as well.
Sephiroth! Why did you kill the townspeople? Why did you hurt Tifa? Answer me, Sephiroth!
We meet at last, Mother.
Sephiroth, have you completely lost your mind? Sephiroth, I trusted you!
I am the chosen one. I have been chosen to rule this planet.
Deeply injured and tossed away, he lands hard, just in time to see Cloud make his way into the entrance. Cloud was not able to rescue Tifa. He believed that her injuries were too severe and immediately went to vengeance mode, that he was going to make Sephiroth pay. So then Cloud goes to avenge his friends, entering Jenova's room, and this time it was Sephiroth who received a mortal wound. He then turns and decapitates Jenova and tries to make his exit. Where once again Cloud stands in his way. One quick thrust and Sephiroth runs Cloud through. Cloud reaches down and grips the Masamune's blade, lifting Sephiroth off the ground.
バカな。
And hurling him into the life stream below the reactor. But due to Jenova's cells in Sephiroth's body, the life stream could not absorb his body completely. It couldn't break it down. So barely alive, his mind remained alert, and he was now in the veins of the planet's life. From here, he could listen to the memories of everything that had ever died. And he learned from all those who had perished before him and returned to the planet. He learned the truth about Jenova, the Cetra, and the circle of life on Gaia. That, essentially, when you die, your spirit returns to the spirit of the planet, and your body returns to the soil of the earth. And it was here that he formed a plan to become a god. His powerful will took dominance over Jenova's, and he gained the ability to exert his influence on Jenova, and thereby everyone that Jenova has infected. From here, he forced his brethren to hunt for the Black Matera, so that he could cast the ultimate spell of destruction. Five years after the Nibelheim accident, he put his plan into action by taking control of Jenova's main body in Shinra's HQ. Morphing it into a form of his own likeness, he murdered his way to the top of the building and killed President Shinra before escaping. From here, Cloud and the team follow Sephiroth, unaware that he really is Jenova under his control. Cloud believes that he's chasing him to get revenge for Nibelheim, but on a subconscious level, he's actually being guided by the Jenova cells in his body while Cloud was imprisoned by Hojo after the destruction of Nibelheim. So this technically makes Cloud a Sephiroth clone, being as though he has cells inside of him that is influencing his mind with Sephiroth's will. So, in a manner of speaking, he becomes a Sephiroth clone. Now, this influence by Sephiroth was strongly directing him to find and deliver the Black Matera and attend the reunion. It's also believed that it's the foreign cells of Jenova in Cloud that made him so mentally unstable. So after Cloud and the team defeat all four pieces of Jenova, piece number 1 being in the cargo ship, this was named Jenova's Birth. The second piece at the Forgotten Capital, which was Jenova's Life, which assumed the form of Sephiroth and murdered Eris. And finally, in the Whirlwind Maze, this one called Jenova's Death, the team learns that they had not in fact been following the real Sephiroth, but instead a dominated piece of Jenova. So Cloud, under Sephiroth's influence, hands over the Black Matera. With this final piece in place, Sephiroth calls forth Meteor, knowing the damage would be so great that the planet would call all of its life stream together to heal itself. With all the life stream in one place, he would be able to absorb it and become God. Having what he wants, Sephiroth dropped his influence over Cloud, and Cloud gets his mind back again. Now, knowing Sephiroth's plan, Cloud and the team go to the northern cave and confront him. And once there, they do battle with Jenova's synthesis, the final form composed of all the remaining cells of Jenova, and this is considered to be Jenova's true form. Once defeated, the party finally moseys along to confront Sephiroth and defeat him. Thanks for watching, guys. Please hit like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and don't forget to leave a comment.